What's up, everybody? Take a step away from Tumblr here, bring you guys a discussion, and today we're going to be talking about will Goodra return to the X and Y anime? And today with me to discuss this topic is...
Hey guys, DJ Suck over here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alpha Evie.
And let's get started. I know a lot of fans were surprised when Goodra departed from Ash's group, so here we are now. I don't know how many episodes we're into the anime, but he still hasn't returned, and there's no sign of him returning. But we are here to talk about that. So, before I give out my answer, what are you guys' thoughts? Do you guys think Goodra will return to the X and Y anime, or XY&Z anime?
No, not really. There's not really a reason for him to.
Yeah, I agree. Gudra's too stupid to be in the anime.
Same. Charizard's a great replacement for Goodra. So long, Goodra. Alright guys, well hopefully you enjoyed this discussion. This has been Take a Step Away from Tumblr, and today with me helping out with this discussion is...
Later guys, I've been DJ Sock Puppet, and I'll see you another time.
Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Alpha Evie.
I'll see you guys on whatever video we make next. See ya!
Bye.
Bye.
Everything changes.
Whoa, guys, please, don't do that. For starters, why'd you guys invite me if I'm unable to speak any lines whatsoever within this entire video? And secondly, this is Goodra we're talking about. Clearly, we have quite a lot to go and discuss in regards to this. So let's go and discuss about what Goodra makes Goodra within the X and Y series and see where we can go off into the distant future with this Pokemon.
Alright, that is right guys. We have KGPrestige joining us today in our discussion. Welcome KG.
Well, thank you for having me here.
Alright guys, so let's get this started. Goodra. That's what we're going to be talking about today. His return.
None other than the lovable little slug. Well, big slug. Goodra right here.
All these names, yeah.
Yeah. Lord, Sluggy, something that people made on the internet. But it's, it's Goodra. It's all about Goodra and the things that we could potentially see with Goodra in the distant future. Because in all honesty, there's a lot of things I have in my mind that I really want to go and discuss about. And I think this would be a wonderful opportunity to kind of go and let things loose in terms of that. So yeah, let's jump right into it, shall we?
Yep, let's get started. Alright, so question number 1. I think everybody just wants to know. Alright, so will Goodra ever return? And when I mean return to Ash's team. So, what do you guys think? Is he returning or what?
Well, I think it'll happen eventually. I mean, it'll be disappointing to not have Goodra return at some point within the remainder of X and Y. Only because, like, he's just going to be thrown away just like that. And I don't want that to happen. I really do think that Goodra could have a really useful purpose for Ash's team. So, I do hope that he does return eventually within the near future.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way that they ended everything off, it seems like that Goodra's story isn't necessarily ending exactly in the wetlands. I think Goodra's going to come back sometime to Ash's team eventually.
I feel Goodra definitely fits best when it comes to coming back into Ash's team because, as I mentioned, Goodra is really well developed as of this point. It has a wide variety of movesets under its disposal and could clearly also be further developed, like similar to how Dragon Pulse, became to be. I think it was like Dragon Rage at first, and then it slowly evolved as Gumi was evolving into Goodra. So I feel like Goodra just has the best potential out of anyone, really, in all honesty. And also, I just want to see that thing return. I love that Pokemon to death. So having it come back will make me happy, and I think a lot of fans happy as well, because a lot of people were, giving Ash a lot of praise for the fact that he obtained a pseudo-legendary Pokemon under his disposal. And to be honest, and I mentioned this beforehand, Goodra really is that last missing member to kind of, put things together within Ash's team to be the A team. We have Greninja, we have Talonflame, we have Lucha, Pikachu, Noivern that will be happening soon, and then we have Goodra. Like this right here is the A team, just missing that last person to be included in the team. So that's why I feel like Goodra will return. Goodra's Guja's actually also been pretty teased as well a while ago, with the calendar and even that weird board game that was released a while ago, that image that showcased Guja along with the rest of the other characters in this random bubble. But yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much how I see it though. I feel with all these hints being teased left and right, it definitely makes sense that Guja would return.
Yeah, like I'm gonna have to agree with everything you said there. I mean, they have this developed Pokemon, and just to like put them away, like we're gonna give you an arc about Gumi, he's gone. They had so much potential to put Gumi or Gudra up to this point. They could have so many episodes, so many fun adventures, but they decided just a departure from him. And I question the goodbye that Ash had between Gudra. I mean, when you saw that episode and Ash was running away in that freeze frame, pretty awesome by the way. It just felt to me like, wait, like did that just happen? I felt it was too quick. Like I think this is not the last time we see Gudra. And like you were saying before too, KG, that we have no confirmation about Ash's 6 Pokemon yet. I mean, we still have to do the Team Flare arc. We still have Wilfric's gym battle, and we have no sign that Ash is going to capture a Pokemon in the future other than an evolution that's going to happen around January. So yeah, Gudra, man, like we're just waiting on you. When are you going to come back? Coruscant hopefully will give us some information on that. But yeah.
That's okay. The big Core announcement. Gudra's returning.
Dude, I'd love to see that. All right. So moving on. Do you think Gudra will change? And what we mean by change, like, his personality, new moves, is he going to be stronger? So what do you guys think about this?
It could be possible. I mean, just like with Ash's Charizard, how Ash decided to leave Charizard in the Charizard Valley, I believe. And when Charizard eventually came back in the Hoenn region, he became a lot more stronger. He's become a lot more developed and a lot more respectable towards Ash. And not only that, but it also picked up some new moves. So if we could have a moment like that, but with Gudra, I could see it happening. I mean, I could definitely see Gudra learning some new moves. Like, who knows, maybe it'll probably learn Sludge Wave or another useful move that will probably complement Rain Dance, like Muddy Water. Who knows? I personally believe that by the time Gudra does come back, Gudra will have a change in not only his personality, but as well as his strengths and his moves.
I feel like in terms of personality, it's not going to change much, like in terms of how it feels towards Ash, because I feel like they left on very good terms. So I don't think there's any reason for Gudra to be upset or like really either end of this towards Ash in one way or the other. Or in terms of like being more powerful, I guess it would depend on how much experience it's been getting back in the wetlands. I don't know how much work Gudra's going to need to be doing to protecting all of the Pokemon there. It seemed like danger had been cleared off pretty well, so it's not been training as much overall. Maybe it's dipped a bit. Maybe it's gone stronger. I don't know. It could go either way, really.
Well, it's somewhat similar to, like I mentioned before, Gudra was really over the top in terms of strength when we last left it off, like he was probably in the strength of even the 738 gym leader, while Ash's other Pokemons were still, needing development. So, as I mentioned, when Ash does, if he does, retrieve Gudra back, all of the Pokemon are going to be equally balanced with one another now. Nobody's going to be too high, nobody's going to be too low. Everybody's just perfectly on that same height of level development. And as you mentioned, I feel that personality-wise, it's not going to change. I think that is going to be the thing that will be kept the same due to the fact that that's what made Gudra a character that many people admired, because of just the personality that it showed within the series when it was there. It was lovable. It's true to what the Pokedex entry says. And, the bond that Ash and Gudra had till the very finale, it wasn't tampered with. Nobody was, angry with one another. No, Ash listened to Gudra's wishes to go and stay in the wetlands because that was what Gudra wanted, and Ash respected that. So But the only thing I can really see besides personality, change is, of course, obviously development within strength. Like physically, it'll probably be much stronger than it is, have a new move set, new abilities. Well, not really new abilities, but just like a new way of using moves. I feel like that's what's going to be the only change within Goodra. That's how I see it, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. When it comes to new moves change, you know, Goodra is basically the leader of the whole pack there. He's there to protect them. That's the reason why he stayed there. Or like why else would he stay there other than to, hang out with his old friends? But other than that, I feel that Goodra maybe pushes himself more to the limit to learn more stuff. I mean, he was Ash's Pokemon, so maybe, Goodra having kind of like the same personality as Ash somewhat, he just wants to go above and beyond and to become better than what he already is, which is why I find Goodra a great Pokemon for Ash. I mean, their personalities are very similar. When it comes to personality overall, I feel as though the only thing that's going to make him question is, like, you guys know for a fact that Goodra was best friends with Dedenne, and now you have Puni-chan in the group, so I don't know if Puni-chan will be there if Goodra does return in that episode. It's just going to be funny to see Goodra's reaction to Dedenne having a new best friend, Puni-chan. But I don't think that's the case, but it'd be funny to see, Goodra making, like, some sort of gesture saying, like, who's that, Like,
I think, if anything, I think Gudra's just going to be more of like, oh, look, you got a brand new buddy alongside with you. Who is it, I don't think it's going to go through some kind of jealousy phase or something in particular. I think it's just going to welcome it with open arms, in all honesty. That's how I see it, though.
Unless Pony-chan say something like...
One squishy.
Yeah, unless Pony-chan says, like, back off, buddy. He's mine. Don't touch him. I'm kidding.
10% form suddenly change.
That'd be a battle.
One squishy Pokemon in the group.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Squishy, I hope you're with us till the end.
Yeah, I hope so, too.
All right, so moving on. What's a good time for Goodra to return within the X and Y and Z series? So after the Team Floor arc, during the Team Floor arc, what do you guys think?
Okay, I'll start off. I want to say, I think the best time overall for Goodra to return within the series is after the Team Flare arc, because I'm still believing that Noibat is going to be getting developed within the arc, and I feel like it would be a much better, suited opportunity for Noibat to get development here without getting overshadowed by Goodra's return. Noibat needs this development right now within Ash's team more than anybody else. And with the fact that it's going to be evolving into a Noivern real soon, we need to push, Noibat's level, moveset, and all that to its fullest before we can decide to go and slap Goodra into the mix. As, like I mentioned, if Goodra returns, that Noibat is going to get overshadowed real fast. So we don't want to see that happen at all whatsoever. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I see it, though. I feel after the Team Flare arc.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, KG. Like, the only time where I don't see Goodra returning at all would have to be the gym battle against Wolford, because I know how there's some people who have claimed that maybe Goodra is going to return somewhere around the lines where Ash is about to battle Wolfric. I don't think that's going to be the case, but rather, like you say, KG, regarding Noibat, I know that Noibat's a Dragon type, and it's going to be, like, if it does get involved in an Ice type gym match, it'll be at a disadvantage. But, the anime is known to, like, somewhat overshadow type advantages. So, if anything, if Noibat does get involved in the gym battle, or who knows, maybe during the Team Flare arc, I think it will give Noibat a huge boost in development. And I do agree that if Goodra is ever going to come back, it will have to be after the Team Flare arc and after the gym battle. So basically, Goodra will have to come back, in my opinion, around the Pokemon League, because Ash is going to be having some major challenges along the way, because it's the Pokemon League. You're going to be facing up against really tough opponents. So if Ash needs a boost in his team regarding strength, then I think Goodra will be a good Pokemon to have in his team. Yeah, so I definitely see him returning around the Pokemon League.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with both of you all there. I think as far as Noibat is concerned, we definitely need some more time with it because it's supposed to be a Noivern soon, and we got all this other stuff going on. So I think the Team Flare arc would be perfect for Noibat to develop into the powerhouse of Noivern right there. And then when all that's said and done out of the way, then Goodra can come back. And kind of like what we were talking about earlier, as far
In
as
the Wilfric discussion, yeah.
yeah, so like Ash needs a 6-slot Pokemon. We already have so much stuff going on with the Team Flare arc, the gym battle, whatever else the anime might throw at us before the league. There's not going to be like a lot of time for the writers to effectively give him a brand new Pokemon and develop it well enough. So I think the best way to do that would be to get Goodra back in. So I think the ideal time would be definitely after Team Flare and before the league, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, DJ and KG, about after the whole Team Flare arc is settled and done with. I think it'd be a good time for Goodra to return. I mean, think about it. I mean, we have Noibat, and he hasn't been in any like real professional battles yet. I mean, the only thing he's done so far is fend off Team Flare. But aside from that, you know, we're nearing the Kalos League. They did say that next year we're gonna start the Kalos League matches. So as we're nearing it, we have to think, you know, we need more development, like you guys said, for Noibat, because the Kalos League is near, and he has not been in one like real gym battle. He has no battle experience, so I think it'd be a great time, like during the Team Flare arc and him participating in the Wilfric gym battle. You know, Goodra doesn't show up until after that's all done and over with. So hopefully that is the case, but you know, the X and Y writers tend to surprise the viewers, so we'll see what's to come. All right, so
I do want to add something real quick now that I was thinking about it. You know what's another great way to go and develop Noibat? Because now that I think about it, both Noibat and Goodra are dragon types. I think it would be wonderful if, you know, Goodra can help Noivern or Noibat learn the move of Dragon Pulse. Because since Goodra knows it, you know, it can try to go and help assist this Pokemon, the younger one, to go and use that same move as well. Maybe it'll have some struggles at first, and it'll be another great way to go and develop, you know, this Pokemon once again. As we mentioned, it needs more development. So having a little bit of a relationship between the two dragons here, teaching one another, I think would be pretty great. They can learn something from one another and probably could be beneficial for the distant future. If it happens, of course.
Yeah, if they went that route, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, I mean, having Goodra as Noibat's mentor, I'll be all down for that.
Yeah, more Dragon Bros, you know, more development between the two Pokemon, you know, the duo. All right, so moving on. So, will it be used in the league? What are you guys' thoughts on this?
Straight out, yes.
I mean, you can't have Goodra in Ash's team and not have him participate in the Kalos League.
No. This is what's gonna happen. He's gonna get a Goodra back. He's going to go grab Goodra's Pokeball, give it to Professor Oak, and then grab Charizard instead. So it's going to be a substitute. That way everybody will find a reason to be both happy and sad at the same time, and mad. And there you go. That's the end of that. It's going to be the Unpheasant of X and Y. Please don't do that.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah, Flip will totally get a kick out of that.
Please, no, we're not.
You're just right there, like, I'm happy, but at the same time, I'm pissed as hell. Why?
Yeah.
It's basically the reaction. Yeah, so without a doubt, yes, I could see Goodra participating in the Pokemon League. I mean, you know, if Ash has to bring Goodra, then it kind of worries me as far as Ash's progression in the Pokemon League. I don't really see Ash making it as far as past the quarterfinals of the Pokemon League. So if Ash wants to makes it far into achieving his dream of becoming a Pokemon League champion, then without a doubt he has to take Goodra. He's an absolute powerhouse in his team.
Yeah, I feel like if we got like everything else wrong, I think the one thing that we will get right for sure is that it's going to come back for the league. Because I mean, come on.
Yeah, if all the previous things we mentioned about, like if it's gonna basically be like how Gliscor was handled in Diamond and Pearl, where once he got to the league, he then requested for Gliscor to come to go and assist him in the battle. And maybe it could play something like that here as well. Hopefully that's not the case and we actually get Goodra earlier, just to kind of get it accustomed with the entire new cast of characters that have been introduced since Goodra's departure. So, I prefer it more that way than rather Goodra just coming in on the last minute. But at the end of the day, though, all I want is Goodra to partake in the league, because this is the best opportunity for, Ash to really go far in terms of being a Pokemon master. Especially if Ash is probably going to go in that route like he's done in previous generations, where he'll only want to use the Pokemon that he himself obtained within that said region and not get any assistance from previous generations, which, mind you, that wouldn't be something I'll agree on, but hey, at least we can easily say his Pokemon can hold on their own in battle when it comes to the league, because they'll all be already at their fullest potential by that point.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how much Goodra has changed? And to be honest, like it makes 100% sense in my opinion to have Goodra back in the Pokemon League, only because by the time Ash does get Goodra back, it's a good chance for Goodra to show any new potential that it might have. I mean, it'll be weird to have Goodra show that like within the Team Flare arc where so many things is happening at once. I think that if we're gonna have Goodra showcase his strengths and potential and have Ash get used to Goodra once more, then the Pokemon League is a better fit to have Goodra return.
Yeah, or else Team Flare would be done for. If they see any Team Flare members, Ash will take out Goodra, and there you go. Like, bye bye Team Flare.
Ash Greninja? No, it's Ash Goodra. What are you talking about?
Yeah. All right. So, last and final question: will he stay with Ash this time? So, what we mean by this is like, they could be done with the Kalos League, but will he return back to his homeland? What do you guys think about this?
I think it depends on like what's gonna happen in the post-league arc, if there is any, but we're kind of assuming there is based on the timing of the games and whatnot. I guess it's going to depend on what exactly is going to happen there and whether Goodra will be needed for it or not. So I feel like it could either stay with Ash or go back to the wetlands and protect its friends there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
No, I was just saying, yeah, like I agree, but go on for yours. I'll end things off, I guess, for that one.
Okay, yeah, so I do agree with you, DJ. I'm a bit 50-50 at this one because, when Charizard stayed in Jar City and Valley, a lot of us assumed that it's going to be staying there for God knows how long, but it eventually returned to Professor Oak's Pokemon Lag back in the Unova region. So who knows if by the time Ash is done with the Pokemon League, maybe Goodra won't have any or how do I say this? Like the wetlands doesn't need Goodra's protection anymore. They think that it could get handled on its own. So maybe Florges could be the new protector of the wetlands. So maybe that would be a good time for Goodra to stick with Ash's team for a little bit. Or otherwise, if Goodra still wants to return home, or the wetland still wants Goodra to protect its homeland, then Goodra could come back. So again, I'm a bit 50-50 in this one. It all comes down as to what happens.
Yeah, and this just all depends on why Goodra returned in the first place. I mean, I'm pretty sure Goodra wasn't aware that there was a Kalos League in the future. I'm pretty sure he's not that self-aware, He looks it up and like, alright, Kalos League, I need to go back to Ash and help him out. No, but for real though, like, I don't see him returning back to the homelands, because if he left and he had faith that his the Pokemon he was protecting could protect themselves, then why would he return? There would be no point unless he just wants to stay with his friends forever, just live a life there. But that's just my opinion. I just love to see Goodra return fully back to Ash so they could develop even more Pokemon and trainer. All right, but what about you,
Yeah.
KG? What do you think?
Okay, this is definitely very hard because, in all honesty, with the direction that they've taken Goodra, especially with the big emphasis of how it wanted to become stronger to protect, his friends at the wetlands, having Goodra stick with Ash till the very end, and now at Professor Oak's lab instead of the wetlands, and not continue on fulfilling what he intended to do, being protecting them, it'll feel out of character for Goodra. At the same time, you do bring a good point that maybe one of the Pokemons within the wetlands could be fully developed at this point. Like maybe that little Floette Pokemon that we saw there could now finally already maybe have evolved into a Florges as well. So now there are two Florges, running the wetlands. At the same time, they'll also probably want to go and ask Goodra to come back. It'll also be like, Bulbasaur from Ash's Pokemon from back in Kanto.
Yeah.
Where, it'll be there to go and keep things under control in Professor Oak's lab. So maybe they'll need Goodra to use its rain dance to go and continue keeping things alive, running and flowing at the wetlands. And we'll have to be sticking around there. And unfortunately, we'll not be able to head back to the labs. Now, another thing that comes to mind, and this was also another type of like mysterious question because people have been kind of asking this for a long time. Was Gliscor ever a permanent return? We did get the answer at the finale of Best Wishes, of course, but during the time that, the league ended, we never saw if Ash brought that Pokemon with him back or if it was just going to go return, So this is probably going to be one of those situations again where we are not exactly sure what happened after that, Kalos League match. Will it stay? Will it, leave? We'll probably have to wait an additional 3 years to get an official confirmation on that. That's how I see it, though. I feel like it's going to be something we're all going to be speculating for a very long time. Out of all the questions we have right here, I think that's going to be one that's going to take quite some time. Unless they actually do legit showcase Ash giving the Pokeball back to, Kenzo, I think his name was, from the wetlands. Then yeah, we got an answer there. But if we're gonna go on the Gliscor route where Ash returns to Kanto and we had no idea what happened in between, we're gonna be just kept wanting questions answered for a very long time. But I really do hope that wherever Goodra goes, whether it be at the labs or at the wetlands, well, please let that thing return for future episodes or future league matches or whatnot. When the time comes, especially like the Battle Frontier. If they do like a Battle Frontier 2, I would definitely think that Goodra would make a character that you cannot simply ignore. You need to bring it back, It was part of Ash's team. It all the other Pokemons got represented in the Battle Frontier. Goodra has to also be included in that as well. So that's just how I see it, though.
All right, so we tackled everything. We tackled if he's gonna return, will he stay with Ash this time, and will his personality change in the future? So, any final thoughts on this? Goodra returning?
Please, Lord, we miss you.
Oh my goodness.
Come back to us.
We need you. The
That's why
entire
you're not
community is
happy.
breaking apart. Ever since you left, episode titles have been going left and right. No one knows what's right and wrong no more.
And Dedenne has a new best friend. Wow.
You gotta slaughter it before it actually becomes the permanent one.
There's an
That'll
extra
be an
letter in the
episode.
show.
Final episode, Goodra versus Puni-chan.
Epilogue.
Decisive friendship.
All
There
right,
you go.
guys. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this discussion. I want to thank KG for joining us in today's topic. Thank you, KG.
And thank you guys for having me here.
I also like to thank Alpha Eevee and DJ for helping us out with this discussion. Alright guys, well this has been Takeastepandimonmyway from Tumblr, and I'll see you guys in whatever discussion video I make next. See you later guys.
Bye.
Adios.
Doodles.